Yeah.
Okay. Okay, we'll let people catch up.
Yeah, give you a few minutes here to catch up with us and get started for you today.
Share.
So I'm going to go ahead and bring up my screen so we can kind of watch it here. We're both wearing red today.
We are both wearing red today.
Sad thing is, I didn't notice that until I saw it on the screen. How observant I am.
Okay, hold on. Let me share.
Oh yeah, they're jumping on already. Hey, it's our staff.
It's our staff.
Our staff, Katie, met up. Janelle's there. Erica's there. Hi, Janelle. Janelle said hi.
Hi. Okay, hold on.
Okay, we're gonna let the masses hopefully join here.
The masses,
I'm
yeah. Okay,
hoping for masses.
We'll give it just a minute, just so people can catch up, and then we'll start talking. Eventually, we're gonna have this so.
Hey, Matt, Katie, Michelle, hello.
We're gonna have this so that it's better in the beginning.
I'll tell you about it at the end.
Okay, sorry, spoiler.
She's skipping ahead. Spoiler alert.
Okay.
Kind of like my little post on Instagram about my theory on Avengers Infinity War.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
I think Thanos in the Goonies, he's been mad ever since 1985, and that's why he's Bran, aka Thanos.
Okay, all right. Okay, all right.
Mikey, Mouth, Chunk, and Data, I'll tick them off.
Okay, all right.
Okay, let's see. We have 60. I think we can get started.
Should we get going?
I think we should get started.
Okay, and then for those of you who join late, don't worry, you can watch the replay, and we're also going to load it to our YouTube channel
right after we're done.
When we're done. So, and you can still, if you missed our first show last week, you can go to our YouTube and watch it as well.
There. So, all right. Welcome to the TMSM Weekly Live show number 2 for April 23rd, 2018. I'm here with Michelle, host, writer, blogger, author, my wife, my partner, mother, daughter.
Okay. And Scott, our tech guy, and
that's it.
And my co-host for this lovely little show. Last week, the feedback that we got from you guys was so good, and we really appreciate it. And we hope you guys like what we're doing because we'd like to continue. It's easier for us to talk and tell you guys what's going on sometimes instead of writing it all. And I know people are pretty visual as far as wanting to watch instead of read. So we're hoping that this helps out with that a little bit.
And what we're hoping is we can go in a little more detail, give you our true opinions of things, and tell you what's going on, what we think is important, hopefully what you think is important. Oh,
sorry, I'm talking to myself.
She was playing our video live on air.
Sorry.
Okay, so over the weekend, we weren't in Florida. So we don't have any updates from Florida this weekend. We actually went to Michigan.
Yep, we were in Michigan this weekend for my grandmother's 90th birthday, which was very nice.
It was awesome. That was a great day. And we had an earthquake over there.
We did have an earthquake in Michigan, which never happens. So maybe we had something to do with that.
I think I stepped off the plane.
Yeah, it didn't. My ears are plugged from the plane, so I couldn't hear. But from what I understand, it sounded like a plane going overhead or thunder or something. But there was like a 3.6.
It was originating in Canada. We felt it just over the border there in downriver Michigan area, but something I never experienced.
Neither have I.
So we got back last evening.
Yeah, last night. But yesterday, during the day, was the Animal Kingdom 20th anniversary celebration, and we had some coverage there. And if you checked our Instagram, and actually on our Facebook page too, we had some photos of the 20th anniversary. So Scott's going to run down a little bit of what that's all about.
Yeah, I'm just going to let you know that the Party for the Planet is still going on. It's going to go on through May 5th. There's enhanced interactions with animal caregivers. There is family-friendly activities. There's more character meets. And what kind of party is not good without food? So, of course, there's extra food. There's 2 special cupcakes for the party that you can get at Animal Kingdom through the 5th. One is the Tree of Life cupcake, so it looks like a little tree and the frosting on top of that. And the other one is the Earth cupcake, Earth Day cupcake, I'm sorry. And it looks like the top of the globe on top of the cupcake there. There's also some plant-based burgers, which I'm still not sure if it's meat or meatless. But it did say there was one that had like a tomato chutney on top of it. and the other one had different vegetables on top. So that's what that was. And then at Tiffin's right now, there's a 20th anniversary chef tasting event that's going on from 11:30 to 3:30 every day. Welcomes are welcome, or walk-ins, are welcome. There's no appointment needed or anything, and it's going to be featuring cuisine from Asia, Africa, and South America. So that might be something if you want to check into that by the 5th.
Okay.
So, and I think that's really all that's really going on. Of course, merchandise. There's tons of merchandise. We've seen that for a few weeks now.
Yep.
Popping up at Animal Kingdom. So if there's anything you're looking for, there's a lot of it out there. I think some of it is on the Disney Parks app.
Yeah, the Shop Disney app should have some of the 20th anniversary merchandise. There's a lot. There's like mugs with the 20s on them. There's T-shirts.
The big pin. There's
a big
large pin.
pin.
Yeah, it was like 1,000 available, I think, and it was $80, $90. I want to say. It was a big medallion. But
it was expensive, but it's a limited edition collector's pin. But it's a big old.
And then there was a magic band, I think.
There's a magic band.
So any of those things you want to get your hands on, you might want to check out. I'm sure they'll be around for most of the year, I would guess, like the 45th and the 30th anniversary of Epcot Magic Kingdom.
Yeah, we'll definitely keep you guys updated with merchandise and whatnot as we see it.
Exactly. But the Party for the Planet is going through May 5th, so make sure you get over there before then if you're in the area and check it out.
Yes, check it out. Okay.
Today, as we told you about last week, Michelle was going to Toy Story Land preview again at Hollywood Studios, and we weren't sure how it was going to go off. It wasn't rain in the forecast today, but she did go over there, and she has some updates on Toy Story Land for you.
So this afternoon, as he said, I was at the studios to get a peek at Toy Story Land. It didn't go off as kind of hoped. I'll tell you the story, but the short version of the story. When we got there, it started to rain, and back in the construction site, there's a lot of metal, and for obviously safety reasons, they can't have media going back there if there's lightning everywhere, which, some of us would probably chance it for the sake of our job just to go check it out. But
just to get the visuals.
You're not allowed to take pictures back there.
Unfortunately.
So what I actually did get to do was, if you go to our YouTube channel, I uploaded 2 videos of 2 different Disney cast members that are working on Toy Story Land, and they gave us an update. The one update is there are 2 new digital games that are uploaded for today. One is the Claw Challenge, like the Alien Claw, and the other one is Trivia Mania. So I know a lot of you like Disney trivia. You can definitely look for those to download. Toy Story Land merchandise is already creeping in the parks. It's very similar to the stuff that we showed you last week for Pixar Fest, but Toy Story Land, obviously.
Makes sense.
So you're going to start seeing more and more of that as well. Let's see. Okay, so what I found out today is that the Slinky Coaster is running on and off all day now. So it was kind of stationary and just doing practice runs, but now they have it running on and off throughout the day. So if if you're driving on World Drive, you might actually get to see the coaster go by, which is kind of cool. The marquee is up near the entrance of Toy Story Land now. I wasn't allowed to take pictures, but they sent pictures, so I'll definitely put those up as well. Let's see what else. The outside of the walk up, like it looks like a lunchbox. That area is actually, when I saw it last month, it was just the outside. Kind of just looked like the shell of a building, but actually that's the outside of the walk up is coming together now too. Let's see what else. And that's pretty much it. They said that there's something new every day being added. So I'm hoping that when we go back, I go back on the 23rd, I believe, of May. And hopefully the weather is good so that we'll be able to actually see you back there. But from what I can tell, just in that month's time, they've done a lot. Disney works fast as far as their construction and stuff that they're building. So it's kind of exciting to see it come together. But I was hoping that the Slinky Coaster would have gone by when I was back there, but it was raining. So next time, though.
We did see it one time when we left the Magic Kingdom, though, a couple months back. It was late at night. We were leaving the Magic Kingdom Drive down World Drive. We caught a glimpse of the Slinky Coaster flying by. We were in shock that it was even running.
I know, I wanted to stop the car. I'm like, stop! There's the coaster is right there. It was really cool to see. And even the Imagineers that are working back there are really excited about it too. They just look like kids on Christmas. They're so excited about all the stuff that's coming.
Very
So
cool.
yeah, so hopefully I'll have more soon. Disney's been really good about keeping us updated as far as like the progress of Toy Story Land. And I know that there's some more questions. At the end of this, I have reader questions that we'll get to involving Toy Story Land.
So stay tuned.
So don't shut us off yet.
Don't shut us off yet. There's still more to come. Hold on. Another thing we want to talk about last week, and I don't know how many of you saw this, Michelle and I, Michelle logged in our Facebook as she does every day, and she was alerted to a video of hers that was being used on another site last week of a scam.
Let me tell the
yeah,
story.
Yeah, if you want to go ahead and
okay, so
tell more of the story.
I was on Facebook checking my stuff as usual, and I saw one of my Facebook friends share a video, and I thought, okay, that video looks really familiar. It looks like mine. But I don't like to jump to conclusions because, there's a lot of people that take the same kind of videos, and so I had to double check it. Well, come to find out, it was video of Pirate Night that I took on our media cruise in January. So I went back and I looked at the video that this page was sharing, and I went and looked at mine to make sure it was exactly the same, and I could see my son's hair in the side of the frame.
And even with that, she's still worried
that it wasn't mine.
Hers.
I just wanted to make sure before I got upset. Normally I try to stay out of the fray when it comes to any drama in Disney pages or whatever, but somebody took my video. And if it was Disney that took my video, they could totally have it. But it wasn't just the fact that they took my footage, it was what they were using it for. And it was something that we kind of had a call to arms for our people, because this page was Disney Cruise Lines, plural, with an S, and they were trying to tell people that Disney is giving away 6 free cruises, and they just had to share my video and share and comment. Now, how these pages work is what they do is they prey on unsuspecting people. They'll message you if you were one of the likes and shares or comments and say, congratulations, you won. Now we just need your credit card information to hold your spot, but
taxes,
you and
fees, whatever scam they're using, they want your credit card. That's
yes.
all they want.
So, and they were using my video to get people to basically give them their information, to steal from them. Yeah. That was not okay with me. It actually was not okay at all. It was very upsetting. So I went on their Facebook page and I said, that's not your video. This is a scam, trying to tell people. So that wasn't working. This page, this Disney Cruise Lines, blocked me.
It wasn't a verified page, no blue check mark, which Disney's verified on all their pages. Yep. It was spelled incorrectly. Yep. And the page had just started April 5th.
So yeah, Disney Cruise Line has been around a little bit longer than the past week or two.
And they only had, I think, 20,000 or 25,000 followers.
Yeah.
Which we thought it would have got a lot higher than that,
But anyway, the whole point of it was it kind of broke my heart a little bit to see the comments on this thread. People saying, I would love to take my family on a Disney cruise. Grandmothers saying, I would love to take my grandkids on a cruise and I just can't afford it. Or Disney's great with my special needs child. I would love this trip. And I couldn't handle it. So I kind of went out there. We told our people what was going on because Facebook wasn't taking this page down. They weren't doing anything.
And we had messaged Facebook. This is a scam page. They stole the video. They're trying to steal from people. Our staff did it. We told the people in the nation.
Yep.
Please go out there. And everybody was great. We told everybody, you guys were like an army out there, just putting it. Sadly, we'd put a comment, and then the person, I hope I win. And then our comment, in, I hope I win, I hope I win, I hope I win. And it's almost like they weren't reading, which, go figure, they weren't reading anybody else's comment. They just were doing what it said, like and share. It ended up, we saw it was almost 1.2 million views of this video, shared over, I think the last I saw was 8,000 times. It was just, the numbers were astronomical. And not just 6 people are going to get contacted, thousands of people. They're going to have a script that's going to go out there and it's going to reach out to all these people, and then who knows how many of them are actually going to say, well, here's my credit card information, and then we'll contact you in 4 to 6 weeks, and by then the credit card company may fight them on refunds or whatever. So we just want you to be aware that if it seems too good to be true, most likely it is. The thing that caught me off guard right away was only 6 cruises. I've never seen Disney do something in a number like 6.
No.
Usually it's 5, 10, 15, 25. I've never seen anything like we're going to give away 6 free cruises. And that's what caught me off guard. And then I started looking into it, and that's when I told her, I said, this is a scam, obviously. So that's when we both started just slamming their page, slamming their feed, telling the people this is wrong, and that's what.
And it was. And the thing is that I don't mind if somebody uses the footage that I take, if they're using it for the greater good. The thing that bothered me the most is that people were using my footage to try to steal from people. So, and one thing that you can do is if you see a contest or something on Facebook, look in the About section on the page. This particular page had no website, no sign up, no contact us, no nothing. Official Disney is going to have a website. Official Disney is going to have disclaimers and whatnot in their About section. I understand that people just really would love to win something, and sure, I would love to win a free cruise too. But you need to remember that there are people out there who are willing to, prey upon people that just would love a break and would love to have a family vacation.
Exactly.
So eventually, long story short, is that our Main Street Mouse Army went in hard on this page. I mean, you guys just, oh my goodness.
Sometimes,
I was so proud.
Oh yeah, 10 comments in a row. This is a scam, this is a scam, this is a scam. And eventually Facebook did take down the video that evening, I think it was?
It took a few hours. They took it down, and then within 3 days, Facebook took took Disney Cruise Line's page down.
Right.
The only bad part is, that is great. That's a great victory. However, when one of these pages is taken down, 3 more pop up in their place. So please be careful, you guys, who you give your information to.
Yeah, exactly. Just be aware. We did find out as we were going through all this, even one of our Disney reps reached out to us and did tell us this is not a Disney page, as we knew. So we were correct in our speculation of it. But if you're unsure, just ask us. We'll be glad to look into it more for you. But just be aware of everything. Look into it. Look at the About. Look at everything. And be careful who you give your information to.
Mm-hmm. And I'm going to have a coughing fit. I'm sorry.
She's gonna go a coughing fit. So did you drink? Did you take a drink?
I did take a drink.
It worked,
so
yeah.
you take up more on.
Okay, well,
No,
next
sorry.
on the list is Q&A.
Oh, shit.
And she's got the questions. So.
I am so sorry. Okay, so Suzanne is going to send me a message afterwards, one of my admins, and say, you're coughing again. All right, so I'll try to get through this as quickly and easily as
She
possible.
hasn't felt good since we flew into Michigan. Her ears popped. They never unpopped over there. Flying home yesterday, she started not to feel well. So.
Okay, so let's get to a couple of the questions. This is from Katie. And she wants to know, it's about Toy Story Land. Let's see. Toy Story Land, do you think it will draw as many people as Pandora does? And should we expect the same wait times that we do for Pandora? I think it will. One thing that surprised me about Pandora is, okay, I don't know how to say this. I'm just gonna say it. Okay, a lot of people messaged me, and even my own staffers, Corey, was like, "What does Pandora have to do with Disney?"
That was for years before it even opened.
Oh yeah, we heard about that for a while. Even though a lot of people were not real jazzed about the idea of Pandora, it is busy back there, and the standby line for Flight of Passage is long.
Yeah, on a normal day, 3 hours is not.
Yeah. Even for the Navi River journey, which is still a fun ride, it's still an hour, give or take. It's hard to get fast passes for. That being said, if Pandora isn't super popular in the Disney community, Pixar is, and Toy Story certainly is. So if you think the lines are long in Pandora, I would assume for Toy Story Land it's going to be probably about the same thing, if not worse. They have opened up a fast pass availability for resort guests, right? Is
correct.
that what
For
that
resort
is?
guests, I think they're going to be able to start getting their fast passes. I agree with Michelle. I think it's going to be crazier than Pandora, personally.
Mm-hmm.
I think back to Anna and Elsa in the first meets at Magic Kingdom being 6 hours. I mean,
I
could
forgot
possibly
about that.
see because Toy Story is so popular. The other reason I think it's going to be popular is because Hollywood Studios, unfortunately, there's not a lot to do right now because they tore down so much to make way for Star Wars Land and Toy Story Land, that there's not a lot to do there. So a lot of people might flock there, and once they do Rock and Roller Coaster and Tower, well, next is Toy Story Land, and they're gonna wait because they're gonna spend their day there and wait and see what they have to offer.
Yeah. So Katie, to answer your question, I would definitely allow extra time for when Toy Story Land opens, because people are so excited about it now, and it's not even ready yet. But we will definitely have more information for you. But if I had to guess, I'm gonna say Pandora is nothing compared to Toy Story Land.
Yeah, and I think it'll be that way until Star Wars Land opens, and then it might balance out a little bit to where Toy Story might get a little bit, because you're gonna have all the people want to see Star Wars Land. That might be the time to hit Toy Story Land.
Yeah, possibly.
So, but we'll see what happens. I mean, there's no telling what'll happen. So.
That's right. Okay. Jill wants to know, any word on free dining yet? No. Like I was saying last week, I have a lot of friends that are in the Disney travel community, and a lot of them are getting frustrated because I don't read other Disney sites, so I don't know. But she had made mention of other sites or different people saying that free dining is coming. Like some people thought it was coming yesterday or today. What's today? It was supposed to be today, I guess, and it didn't. So we are not going to put anything out about free dining, even a speculative guess, because I don't know, and I'm not going to pretend to know, because I know that it gets everybody up in a frenzy. So I am still waiting, Jill. So as soon as I hear something that's concrete from Disney that is solid, I will let you know, I promise.
Yeah, we promise. We won't hold it. That's too valuable of information. We won't hold it back. So as soon as somebody tells us, we will get that information out to you as fast as we possibly can.
Right. Okay, so the next one is Chuck. Any possible word on AP or DVC previews in Toy Story Land? Again, no word yet. It's only April, though, so I believe that we should know something, hopefully in the next month or so.
I would say your next preview, you might find out.
Yeah, the next time. We didn't get to see, like I said, we didn't get to see it and do as much today because of the weather. So the preview wasn't as long as it usually is. So as soon as I hear something there, I will let you know. You know, it's another reason to stay tuned.
There you go. Maybe we'll wait till the end to tell you.
Okay. Another one about Toy Story Land from Paul.
You people are kind of excited about this.
Yeah, I know. See, so Katie, you asked me.
This goes back to your question.
Yeah, if people are, if I think that Toy Story Land is going to be big like Pandora, I think bigger.
Yeah,
because that is our biggest question right now is about Toy Story Land. So again, Paul wants to know, have they provided height requirements for the Toy Story Land rides? From what I read, 38 inches is the height requirements for the Slinky Coaster and one of the other rides. And then there's a smaller ride that's 32 inches from what I read. As soon as I get something more concrete, I'll let you know. But right now, 38 inches looks like it's what it's going to be for the Slinky Coaster. But don't quote me or put that in stone, because I want to make sure. But I believe it's 38 inches. So, and then I read somewhere else that somebody said, oh well, God, where did I read it at? Somebody said something about just putting lifts in your kids' shoes, or
no,
don't do that.
That's safety
concerns. You know, people are like, well, was your child barefoot or were they wearing shoes? Disney puts the restrictions for a reason. So you don't want to jeopardize your child for the sake of getting on the Slinky Coaster or any other coaster.
Exactly. And kids grow fast, so
they do.
If they're close, they'll probably be there in a month or two. So I know you only get the vacation. Some people are only there once every year, every couple years. But for safety reasons, just try to keep that in mind. You don't want to. Unfortunately, accidents do happen.
They do.
And you don't want that to happen.
No. So 38 inches, and that's if you go to places like Cedar Point or with coasters, it's like 46, 48 inches.
Yeah, some of them even 56 inches for some.
Yeah, so that's not so bad when you're in the 30 range.
Yeah, that's not so bad at all.
So, okay, so I hope that answers a little bit.
And like she said, when we get more, we'll pass along.
I haven't read any comments. I hope you guys are being super nice to us and patient.
I want to ride the coasters. I'm 2'8". No, I'm just
Are we good?
We're good?
Okay, and Judy wants to know, any estimate on when the gondolas will be done? Think it would be cool to ride them? Yes, it would. And funny you mentioned that. So when I was at Hollywood Studios today, they have more of the, they're called Skyliners, kind of like eyeliner, but Skyliner. That's how I remember what it's called. I know, silly, but They have more of the big post up in the parking lot at Hollywood Studios. So what I did was I right before this broadcast, I put pictures of the gondola post and the little coming soon sign on our Instagram page. And our Instagram is the Main Street Mouse, all one word, and there are 3 photos there of the new system. As far as when it is going to be done, I have no idea. They haven't said yet, and they just hold on, let me see. Can look at the picture right now and tell you what it says.
And these are actually going up quite a bit around property. As you drive down the road, you will see where they're clearing out the brush to build the tower that'll be the connector between the 2 different I don't even know what you call them. I guess just the posts.
Yeah, they're posts. I don't really know what to call them, but I know you can't see what I'm looking at. But it just says Disney's innovative transportation system, the Disney Skyliner, and there's pictures of characters and the little buckets that are going to go up in the air. Truthfully, the gondola system, like the posts where they have them across the parking lot, and they're not that far apart, and they're not that high off the ground. I know some amusement parks and such have like the sky thing that's high.
Again, Cedar Point, if you want to reference that, they have them up there, and I'd say they're probably at 150, 200 feet. These are nowhere near that. Nowhere near.
So I don't know if it's, safety reasons, if it's...
It could be more of a comfort ride for people, so they're not so intimidated by such a high. And it could also be the thing about being too high for airplanes and things like that with some of the other stuff at Disney, that they don't go over a certain foot.
Yeah, it's not high. It's not high at all. And they're actually really cool to see. So if you want to see pictures, again, it's on our Instagram. And I also was told that they can loosen the cable out to let people safely on the ground if need be. So they have, safety mechanisms and stuff. So I know some people were kind of nervous about the carts that are going to go across, but they're not real high. And it looks like they're going to be pretty safe. So I don't think Disney would do anything that's...
risky.
Not risky. There's a word.
They're not going to risk their guests' safety.
Right.
Or fear.
Or fear. Yeah, there's that too. Because he doesn't like going in those type of things. Like when we go to Cedar Point, he's like, I don't want to go on it, and I have to kind of force him to go on it.
I'd rather walk.
You'd rather walk. But these seem a lot more sturdy and a lot closer to the ground. Mm-hmm. It'll be interesting to see how they work as far as going from parks to resorts. Yeah. And I can't even, for some reason, I can't picture it. Like when you see these structures in the lots, it's hard for me to imagine how it's going to work. Right. From place to place.
Yeah, I'm not sure exactly because was it Caribbean Beach? I saw them building some of them in their parking lot.
Yeah.
So I'm assuming somehow they're going to be connected in there. They're through the Hollywood Studios parking lot, and then you can see them as Lake Buena Vista. As you're driving down there, you can see where they cleared out the area between the road and Epcot that they're clearing out a path there. So I'm assuming that's where more of these towers are going to go to connect the gondolas from area to area. So. Definitely, as we see updates, we would definitely pass along any information we see. We were driving today, though, and we drove past them, and Michelle's like, oh, those are up. We were just driving. There's so much construction in Hollywood Studios, we didn't even really notice it till...
Yeah, and actually, I've seen them from the street before, but actually being in the parking lot today, they've actually constructed more of them. And speaking of the hotels, I didn't make a screenshot, but we had another member ask us about how the construction is going in Caribbean Beach and Coronado Springs.
And I drove past Coronado today, actually, going that way. The tower they're building is massive. You can actually see it at World Drive's area. You can actually see the tower if you're going that way. So it looks like it's coming along pretty well. I know when we were there a few months back, it was still ground level, and now it's really getting up there. Caribbean Beach is coming along. It's really hard to tell at what stage they're at, because Disney built so fast that it could look not even close to being done today, and in a month it's got walls and doors and windows are all in, so I guess we'll see more as it happens. What we could do is maybe in the next week when we're over that way, get some pictures and share them on Instagram.
We can do that.
Just to give you guys some updates so you can see what we see when we go through that area.
And you can actually see, you know how Disney has always been really famous for keeping trees up everywhere so that you can't see from one spot to another. Well, with the addition of these extra buildings for the resorts, you can see kind of a lot now.
Yeah, you can. If you're actually driving down Buena Vista towards World Drive from, say, Disney Springs, you can kind of see the back area of Epcot, which, I mean, we've been back there for a tour, but it's kind kind of weird to see those things where you can see Spaceship Earth clearly from just about anywhere.
Or the
now.
back of Test Track, you can kind of see, or the back of World Drive. But even with the hotels, like when you're driving, you usually can't see the resort buildings from the street. But they've cleared so much now, especially at Caribbean Beach.
Oh yeah, you can see the whole open area, and you don't realize how big the property is till it's cleared either. I mean, it's just it's a massive area. So, like I said, we'll try to get pictures maybe in the next week or two to share with you guys. Now that we're back home, we were moving, then we had our trip home, so we're trying to get everything out of the way. But now we're kind of back into our norm. We should be able to start getting to the parks more often and on the property more often to get you guys pictures so you can see what's going on.
All right, well, I'm going to talk about the nation real quick. If you want to check the comments and see if there's any questions or
let's
anything.
see. Jack is playing Pico. Oh, that was Suzanne. Okay.
While he's browsing the comments, I'm sorry we didn't read any of them this time. I don't know why. But we have, if you haven't joined our private group on Facebook, TMSM Fan Nation, you can do that. It's a safe place to talk about Disney. We have just over 12,000 members, and we have a great mod staff. Our mods are Suzanne, Joe, Corey, Erica, Susie, Mike, and Jarrett, and myself. And we try to keep it very family friendly, and there's never a stupid question. You can ask anything you want, and we would be happy to answer it for you, and all are welcome to join.
That's right. And just a couple things, we're wondering how the gondolas are going to work during bad weather. I'm assuming they will just stop completely, like the monorail stop during certain storm types. They just won't run the gondolas in those cases.
Because especially in the summertime, because the storms are so bad and the storms roll in really quick in the afternoon. You kind of have to shut everything down.
They shut it down for safety reasons. And then they'll usually run more buses or something to pick up the slack.
Yeah, because you won't have to take the gondolas. I think that's going to be extra. I mean, like another way to get around.
And then somebody asked about Star Wars Hotel. We've gotten no more information about it since, last D23. A couple months back. That was the last updates we've heard, so nothing going on as of yet, but I'm sure after Toy Story Land is done and we get moving forward, we'll hear more information, and we'll definitely, I'm excited about that to see it, so we'll definitely be passing that along to you. And then just comments about people would like to see more videos from the stores and see what they have, so we can definitely do some of that for you.
Yeah, I'm really trying, you guys, to pad up our YouTube channel, so to speak, add more videos and such. So what I've been doing is when we go out to the parks or go around, I've been more obnoxious than usual with my camera, and I've been taking videos instead of just pictures. I mean, they're always saying, do you ever stop working? And the answer is no, I don't. I never stop working. So I'm always trying to get more content, more pictures, more video. So if you join our YouTube channel, I uploaded three things today.
Yeah, you did.
And I'm going to keep working on that, because now that we're back home, we can get back in the parks and all that fun stuff. And you can also watch my Instagram stories on the Main Street Mouse, because whenever we go out, I'm constantly updating that too.
All day long. And the YouTube channel, just in case you don't have it, there is a link on our website where you can go directly to it to subscribe. But it is youtube.com/the-main-st-mouse. So it wouldn't, couldn't spell street out, it wouldn't let us. So the main ST Mouse, and that's our YouTube channel where you can follow us there. A couple things I wanted to touch on. After all these years, we've decided we're rebuilding the website to make it a little bit easier to use, easier to maneuver. We want to put more of a focus on the blogging area in the middle. So actually, we're going to expand that out, and we're going to get rid of having a center column of blogs, and it's kind of going to be the left and the center, and then we're going to put miscellaneous things on the right side. So we're working on that. It's also going to increase our mobile view. Yeah. We know a lot of you read the site from the mobile view, and we really want to fix that up and make it look better. So I'm in the process of working on that. I'm working on the theme, trying to get all the little details done for it. So if you see some things that don't look like they do normally today, it's because I'm still testing. So just bear with me. We're working on it, and it's coming. Second thing I wanted to cover is this video. As you know, we're just doing this in our family room, I guess you could say, at the breakfast nook to our kitchen, and we're just using my iPhone to videotape.
High tech.
Very high tech, but we do have plans. We do have some software we're going to be using. We're going to be able to insert video in our videos. We're going to be able to do all kinds of things here in the next couple of weeks. So you might see some testing of that during odd hours of the day, because when we go live, we're going to actually test it, we're going to have to go onto Facebook and YouTube and see how it looks. So if you see some things that look a little weird...
random weirdness pop up on Facebook, just ignore us.
We're just testing.
It's the greater good. We're trying to. We really want to try to take these little videos. I mean, this is only the second show,
Right.
and if we get, if we continue to get feedback from you guys on how you want it to be, I mean, there's so much more that we can do.
Oh, yeah.
I really feel like we've been doing this for 8 years, and it's really time for us to up our game.
Oh yeah, I agree.
Not that the old stuff doesn't work. I mean, the old stuff is great, but I always think that there's always room for improvement, and we can always add more.
Yeah, we're never happy with how things are.
No.
Michelle and I things will be great, but we'll both sit there and go, okay, what can we do that's different? What can we what's going to make us stand out? And that's what we're always looking for. We're always similar to how Disney does it. Disney always wants to improve on what they're doing, and we want to do the same thing for you guys. So any suggestions you have, any ideas you have, welcome to submit them to us. Can't say we'll do them for sure or if we can do them, but we're welcome to read them and think about it and maybe see what we can do for you. So we do have a lot of plans. Those things are coming. Bear with me. Between Lula and the tech stuff, I'm trying to get it all done in a day and sleep. But we will get it done for you. Yeah, I know sleep is so overrated.
No, it's just one of those things that just know that I am never fully satisfied and I don't ever shut my brain off when it comes to mainstream mouse stuff because it's been my baby, other than my real babies, for so long that I just want to do even better for you guys. I mean, there's always more that can be done.
Yeah, and this new video footage we're going to do, we're actually going to be able to combine different camera angles. If we wanted to bring on one of our staffers, there's actually a way that we could put them on my screen and I could put them into a video with us on the screen so you guys could see them talking to us right there, interviews, things like that, which we have all kinds of fun stuff coming.
There is, and that would be another good way. I really can't say enough about, I know that Scott and other people say that, I'm the face of the mainstream mouse, but there's so much more that goes into that. He didn't even want to be sitting here with me to do these videos. He wanted to work from behind.
I like the tech stuff, and I've got all my ideas of how I can make this look like a real show. I mean, not that it's not real, but I just think I could do a lot of more stuff behind it, but for now, we do what we have.
So there will be times that Scott will get his wish and be behind the camera, and maybe I can bring in Suzanne, or I can bring in Joe, or I can bring in one of our staffers that is willing to be on and talk with you guys, because I really think it's important for you to not just know me, but to know them as well, because our staff is really great, and some of our staffers have been with us since the beginning, and I think it's really important that you guys kind of get to know them as well.
And we can even do it when they're in town. I mean, if somebody comes to town, maybe even see if we can grab them and come over here, bribe them with food or whatever, give them a couple of house, sit in on the show.
We'll bribe them with pizza or something.
And then my wish also would be to get different people in the community to maybe sit down with Michelle and actually do some one-on-one interviews. We've done some great interviews over the past in our magazine. We interviewed Mark Daniel, DJ Elliott, and we've got stuff that we're working on right now for you. So who knows in the future who we could get sitting in this chair? Because I don't want to.
No, he doesn't want to, but you guys are stuck with me regardless. It just depends on who's going to do this with me, and there may be times that I just do it by myself. So I mean,
depending on what I have working on to go with the show, it could just be her by herself. But I will always be somewhere around. I won't be gone. I'll just not maybe be in front of the camera.
Right. Okay. So, but yeah, as far as our staff goes, they're wonderful. Thank you, staff who are watching, and even those who are not. The meetup. Let's talk about the meetup before we go. Meetup again is December 7th and 8th is the weekend, and we do have some of our staffers coming to town. The 8th is at Epcot. We're going to spend the whole day with you, and Friday night probably be Disney Springs unless I can come up with something else. I mean, like something like grand scale or type of thing for me.
We have that idea, but I don't want to put it.
We're not going to put it out there, but I have big ideas because when we moved here 4 years ago, there was like, we go around property and I'd be like, you know what? He's like, what would be on your bucket list of what you could do for the Main Street Mouse? And I would say things like, I would love to have a meetup party at this location or that location.
And we checked into it, and at the time it was just, okay, that really is.
Yeah, if we charged you guys to come to the meetup, we could have like this big old thing, but we're not going to do that.
No, we're not going to do that. So, but we are working on things. We're always working on things to see what we can do. Like Michelle said, our brains never shut down. We're always trying to think more. We have a list of wants, a list of what we have to do, what we want to do, and we're always working for you guys. So we have lots of ideas, lots of plans. We couldn't do any of it if it wasn't for you guys and your support.
That's right. So we are trying to do more for meetups as far as giving, like when you guys come and see us for the meetups, you know, giving you guys swag, buttons, whatever. And then one more thing before we go, don't forget about the conventions that we're going to be at coming up. We're going to be at MegaCon Orlando Memorial Day weekend.
Right, and then 2 weeks later, we're in Birmingham, Alabama at Magic City Con. So if you're in the area, come see us. We're also trying to look into some other cons in the area. Any place that we can drive within a half a day or so, we're looking into maybe doing some more of that to get out and meet more people and even educate more people about the site and what we offer. So we're looking into that right now and see what else we can come up with.
Right. And then again, for the conventions, if you guys have bought my book, Moving to Main Street USA, and you want to bring it and have me sign it, I will be happy to do that for you. And we will definitely have it on hand.
Yes, where is it? It's over on the shelf there.
Oh, sorry. This is what it looks like. You can get it on Amazon or you can get it on our site.
Yes, on our site. And if you get it on our site, then Michelle can sign it because we have them shipped to us and then we ship them to you. So it does take a little bit longer, but then we get every order out ourselves.
Yes, but I will have it at the conventions as well. And if you can't make it out to the conventions, again, you can order it online. And it has been awesome, and I really appreciate the feedback for the book because it's been all good stuff. Thank God.
And she gets a lot of requests to continue our story, because where that book left off, our story's really jumped since then.
Yes, the book stopped in August of 2016.
Yes, before.
So I have another year and a half worth of stories to tell you about. So maybe if I give it a little bit longer.
Yeah, and that's when we got on Disney's media list was after that. Really.
Yeah, all kinds of good stuff has happened. So there's so much more to tell you about, but I want to give it more time. You know, this book isn't that old, so we're gonna let that go for a little bit longer, and then I'll tell you more. I have so many things that I want to do for you guys. It's just a matter of finding time and giving it. I don't want to oversaturate the market with our
that's
stuff.
6 years of the Main Street Mouse. We've only got 2 in since then. So
that's right. This is 6 years worth. So we got to give it a little bit more time. But more stuff is coming, I promise.
For sure. So I just wanted to mention, make sure you follow us on Facebook and Instagram at The Main Street Mouse, on Twitter at Main Street Mouse, YouTube again, The Main ST Mouse. You can also follow Cindershella4 on Instagram or TMSM_Avenger. Avengers Thursday. On Instagram. And
were you going to talk about that next week?
I'm going to see the Avengers Thursday at 6 o'clock for the fan event. Can't wait, actually. Michelle knows I've been waiting for this movie for 2.5 years since I first heard about it. So Andrew and myself are going to go 6 o'clock Thursday, so by 9 o'clock that night, I'll probably be bouncing off the walls because I'll know everything that's happening.
We won't give you any spoilers.
Won't spoil anything for you.
Because that wouldn't be right.
I've watched everything I can on the movie, and I can't wait to see it. So I definitely will give you guys my opinion of it next Monday without spoilers.
No spoilers.
Promise you, no spoilers.
So, okay, and then was there anything else? Oh, if you would be so kind, share these videos that we do with your people. Facebook has been very mean to business pages, fan pages, and our hard work does not get seen like it used to.
No.
So if you would be so kind as to share this video, share our blogs. If you don't see us pop up on your newsfeed, please go look for us because we are there all day, every day.
Yeah, that we can't say that enough. Honestly, Facebook is really making it difficult for any business page unless you're willing to give them lots of money. Thousands. Honestly, thousands. They tell us all the time, boost this post for $15,000, and everybody
$1,500 for a post.
Well, I like to say 10 of them is $15,000.
$15,000.
10 of them would be $15,000. But I mean, they really want a lot of money from us, and there's still no guarantee it would work. So we can't afford that, obviously. So we're asking our fans and our followers to please like, share, and try to let other people know that we're here.
Yes, if you love what we do, please tell people about us because word of mouth is how we got this far. We've never paid for advertising or anything.
Never.
So our reach is all organic. We've never paid for it. So because of you guys, we have this and we really appreciate it. So if you missed any of this broadcast, you can watch the replay on Facebook or it'll be on YouTube this evening. And if you have questions for us for next week's show, please email us at questions@themainstreetmouse.com. If you have anything for me specifically, Michelle@themainstreetmouse.com. Michelle with 1 L, not 2, please.
Or the email won't go through.
Or the email will not go through.
And I'm Scott@themainstreetmouse.com. If you have any questions for me, feel free to send them over. I'll be happy to help you any way I can.
Yes. So thank you so much for everything. And we hope you guys have a great night and that you enjoyed this show. And we will see you next week.
Thanks, guys. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.